Ryan Hardester here from TechWorks, and today I want to talk to you about why I moved from an iPad for my meeting notes to a pen and paper. To really dig into this topic, first I'm going to talk about why I started to use an iPad for pretty much everything when it came to taking notes. Back in 2011, I was running a department here at TechWorks, and I was stretched between project managing a number of projects, running my department, and jumping in and handling estimates from time to time. I'd get phone calls anywhere and everywhere, and I was taking notes on any scrap piece of paper that I could find. I had a notepad in my car, I had a notepad in my office, and I had one that would go out on job walks with me. When it came time to go back through my notes, I had no way of organizing them. I didn't know where I'd taken the note or how I had written it down. This became a major pain point for me, and I decided that I needed to make a change. The iPad had recently been released, so I decided I'd give that a shot. I moved all my note-taking from analog, pen and paper, to digital on the iPad. This was great because it allowed me to access all my notes from my phone, from my computer, or from my iPad. I loved the flexibility, the searchability, and the ease of access from any of my devices. It was a great solution. Now let's fast forward about 6 years. I was getting ready to go to an important job meeting for a new project that we were trying to win. I was on a phone call with one of the executives here at TechWorks, and he mentioned something to me in passing. He said, "Now, make sure you're paying attention in the meeting and not just playing on your iPad the entire time." This comment caught me off guard, and I asked him what he meant by that. And he told me that I had a reputation of spending most of the time during meetings on my iPad. They assumed that I was scrolling through Facebook, answering emails, or surfing the web. The first thing that I did was get really defensive. I sent him copies of my meeting notes from the last few meetings that I'd been in and wrote a long email justifying my behavior. But in reality, it didn't matter. The perception was, if I'm on my iPad, I'm not paying attention. I spent some time reflecting on this. The thought that people think that I'm not paying attention because I'm taking notes seemed ridiculous. I thought back to meetings that I'd been running where I'd been speaking and people are on their phones, iPads, or laptops typing. I always assume they're not paying attention to me and that they're scrolling through Instagram or answering emails. I never assume that they're taking notes. Now, when I see somebody writing with pen and paper in a meeting, I assume that they're engaged in the meeting, that they're taking notes, and that they care about the topics that are being discussed. It's completely different. What I realized is even though my note-taking method was very effective for me and helped me to stay organized, that it was a distraction to the other people that I care about and people that I value future relationships with, like our customers. I needed to make a change. That day, I began researching different styles of note-taking, trying them out and testing them to see which one would be most effective for me. I'd really struggled with analog note-taking in the past, and I wanted to make sure that if I was moving back to pen and paper, that it would be as effective, if not more effective, than the note-taking styles that I developed on my iPad over the last 6 years. I researched many styles of note-taking and finally settled on one called the bullet journal. This is an annotation and indexing method that allows me to stay really organized in a simple notebook. I've been using this method for almost 2 years now, and I can tell you that today I'm more organized with my note-taking than I've ever been. I'm able to remember things from meetings better, and I'm able to more effectively find my notes. I never thought that that would be the case, moving from a digital searchable format like the one I was using on the iPad to an analog one in a simple notebook. Through this, I've learned how important it is that I'm engaged in a meeting. And not just that I'm paying attention and taking notes, but that the presenter and the other people in the meeting see me as engaged. Their perception matters as much as my level of engagement. I still do use my iPad a lot, and especially on job walks. That's great for taking notes and photographs, developing punch lists, and other things where you really need that digital format to be able to harness the technology that we do have. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the note-taking method that I use, let me know. I can put together a quick video showing you how I utilize some of the tools from the bullet journal to help organize and index my notes. If you found this information valuable, make sure to hit like and let me know in the comments. If you think that your friends or colleagues could benefit from this information, please make sure to share it. My name's Ryan Hardesty with TechWorks. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and have a great week.